Hello and Assalamualaikum to Madam and my fellow friends. My name is Siti Noaida binti Ali Alimin. My metric number is L1980867. Here we would like to make a presentation on subject AFT2073 Financial Management. Financial management is one of the most important roles in business. To ensure that a business runs smoothly, we need financial management as a basic. Financial management in detail refers to the strategic planning, organizing, directing, and controlling of financial undertakings in an organization or an institute. So, the purpose of this assignment is to analyze the financial statements of two public listed companies from the same industry. We have decided to choose Mhcpb Plantation Berhad and Sarawak Plantation Berhad as a discussion on this class. We have analyzed this study based on their respective annual reports in 2017, 2018, and 2019.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Siti Fatimah binti Hambali. So I will continue with business nature, which is in Mhcpb Plantation Berhad and Sarawak Plantation Berhad. I will continue to the business nature, which is Mhcpb is a company listed on Bursa Malaysia. Mhcpb is a Malaysian-based company engaged in oil palm cultivation, investment holding, and the operation of a hotel. Mhcpb was incorporated in the Federation of Malaya on 31 December 1960 under the company ordinance. The company main centre is located at Kompleks Pejabat Berang, Jalan Persekutuan 1 Tanjung Malim, Perak. Mhcpb has been duly rewarded with the highest growth in profit after tax over 3 years award in the plantation sector at the Age Malaysia. So finally, Mhcpb is proud to contribute to sustainable growth within the Malaysian palm oil industry and maintain a strong environmental profile. Next is for the Sarawak Plantation Berhad (SPB). SPB was incorporated in Malaysia on 28 October 1997 as a private limited company under the name of Sarawak Plantation Sdn Berhad and commenced business in the same year. In 2019, 2018, and 2017, the group owned 20 oil palm estates with a total planted area. Besides, the group also owns and operates 2 palm oil mines with a total operating capacity of 120 metric ton per hour and located at near Mhcpb.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Nur Aisha Nabila binti Mhcpb and my matrix numbers is A1800508. Today I will talk about my part is ratio analysis. The first one is liquidity ratio. Liquidity ratio have current ratio, quick ratio, and net working capital. For Mhcpb Plantation Berhad, in the current ratio 2017 is 0.91 times. 2018 is 0.83 times, and 2019 is 0.87 times. For Sarawak Plantation Berhad, in the current ratio 2017 is 1.90 times. For 2018 is 1.52 times, and 2019 is 1.30 times. For Mhcpb Plantation Berhad, in the quick ratio 2017 is 0.65 times, 2018 is 0.64 times, and 2019 also 0.64 times. For Sarawak Plantation Berhad, in quick ratio is 2017 is 1.70 times, 2018 1.41 times, and 2019 1.17 times. For Mhcpb Plantation Berhad, in the net working capital 2017 is negative 10,495,000, and 69. 2018 is negative 7,853,887, and 2019 is negative 13,761,874. For Sarawak Plantation Berhad in net working capital in 2017 is 76,819,648. 2018 57,139,838, and 2019 is 29,852,902. For activity ratio have inventory turnover, average collection period, account receivable turnover, fixed asset turnover, and total asset turnover. For Mhcpb Plantation Berhad, in the inventory turnover, 2017 is 10.40 times, 2018 is 10.21 times, and 2019 is 10.89 times. For Sarawak Plantation Berhad, in inventory turnover, 2017 is 17.76 times, 2018 21.09 times, and 2019 is 22.66 times. For Mhcpb Plantation Berhad, in average collection period in 2017 is 30.82 days, 2018 is 15.73 days, and 2019 is 35.74 days. In Sarawak Plantation Berhad, and average collection period 2017 is 20.47 days, 2018 is 500.87 days, and 2019 is 16.44 days. Mhcpb Plantation Berhad, in account receivable turnover in 2017 is 11.84 times, 2018 is 13.74 times, in 2019 is 10.21 times. For Sarawak Plantation Berhad, in 2017, account receivable turnover is 17.833 times, 2018 is 20.70 times, and 2019 is 22.19 times. For Mhcpb Plantation Berhad, in fixed asset turnover in 2017 is 0.32 times, 2018 is 0.54 times, and 2019 is 0.47 times. For Sarawak Plantation Berhad, in the fixed asset turnover for 2017 is 1.57 times, 2018 0.45 times, and 2019 is 0.49 times. For Mhcpb Plantation Berhad, in total asset turnover in 2017 is 0.29 times, 2018 0.47 times, and 2019 is 0.41 times. In Sarawak Plantation Berhad, in the total asset turnover in 2017 is 0.46 times, 2018 as 0.36 times, and 2019 as 0.42 times. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and my name is Nur Kamila binti Muhammad Nasir, and my check number is A1980592. Okay, next I will continue for leverage or solvency ratio and profitability ratio. Below the leverage ratio, there is debt to equity ratio. The formula for the debt to equity ratio is total liability divided total equity. For 2017, for MFC Plantation Berhad Company recorded 0.37 times and Sarawak Plantation Berhad Company recorded 0.40 times. For 2018, MFC Plantation recorded 0.43 times and Sarawak Plantation recorded 0.60 times. In 2019, MHC Plantation recorded 0.43 times and Sarawak Plantation recorded 0.54 times. Below the profitability ratio, there is gross profit margin, operating profit margin, net profit margin, return on asset and return on equity. The formula for gross profit margin is gross profit divided total equity. For 2017, MSC Plantation recorded 0.07 and Sarawak Plantation recorded 0.06. For 2018, MSC Plantation recorded 0.06 and Sarawak Plantation recorded 0.10. And in 2019, MSC Plantation recorded 0.05 and Sarawak Plantation recorded 0.11. The formula for operating profit margin is operating income or EBIT divided sales. For 2017, MSC Plantation recorded 0.15 and Sarawak Plantation recorded 0.11. For 2018, MSC Plantation and Sarawak Plantation both recorded 0.06. In 2019, MSC Plantation recorded 0.06 and Sarawak Plantation recorded 0.07. Next, the formula for net profit margin is net profit divided sales. For 2017, for MSC Plantation recorded 0.10 and Sarawak Plantation recorded 6.80. For 2018, MSC Plantation recorded 0.02 and Sarawak Plantation recorded 0.01. In 2019, MSC Plantation recorded 0.01 and Sarawak Plantation recorded 3.81. The formula for return on asset is net profit divided total asset. For 2017, MSC Plantation recorded 0.03 and Sarawak Plantation recorded 3.11. For 2018, MSC Plantation recorded 8.80 and Sarawak Plantation recorded 4.60. In 2019, MSC Plantation recorded 5.37 and Sarawak Plantation recorded 1.59. And lastly, the formula for return on equity is net profit divided total equity. For 2017, MSC Plantation recorded 0.04 and Sarawak Plantation recorded 4.36. For 2018, MSC Plantation recorded 0.01 and Sarawak Plantation recorded 6.64. And for 2019, MSC Plantation recorded 7.69 and Sarawak Plantation recorded is 2.45. Okay, that's all for me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Mhcpb. Matric card AY90310. I will present the horizontal analysis section for MSC Plantation Berhad. 1. Current ratio. The current ratio for MSC Plantation Berhad is below 1. This ratio increased from 0.91 in 2017 to 0.93 in 2018 and decreased again to 0.87 in 2019. 2. Quick ratio. In 2017, the quick ratio for MSC Plantation Berhad was 0.65, down to 0.64 in 2018, and remaining in 2019. Net working capital. MSC Plantation Berhad show a negative net working model from 2017 to 2019. Inventory turnover. Inventory turnover slightly decreased from 10.40 times in 2017 to 10.21 times in 2018 and increased back to 10.89 times in 2019. 5. Average collection period. The average collection period in 2017 was 30 days, decreased in 2018 which was 15 days, and increased again in 2019 which is 35 days. 6. Account receivable. Account receivable turnover for MSC Plantation Berhad in 2017 was 11.84 times, increased to 13.74 times in 2018, and decreased again in 2019 which was 10.21 times. 7. Fixed asset turnover. In 2017, fixed asset turnover was 0.232 times and increased to 0.84 times in 2018. However, fixed asset turnover has declined in 2018 to 2019. 8. Total asset turnover. Total asset turnover in 2017 was 0.29 times and increased in 2018 of 0.47 times. Meanwhile, in 2019, total asset turnover decreased to 0.41 times. 9. Debt to equity ratio. The debt to equity ratio increased from 0.37 times in 2017 to 0.43 times in 2018 and remained the same in 2019. Gross profit 10. Gross profit margin. The gross profit margin in 2017 was 0.07, down to 0.06 in 2018, and further down to 0.05 in 2019. Thirdly, the gross profit margin has declined sharply from 2018 to 2019. Operating profit margin. 11. Operating profit margin. The operating profit margin in 2017 was 0.15, down to 0.06 in 2018, and remained the same in 2019. 12. Net profit margin. MSC Plantation Berhad's net profit margin percentage in 2017 was 0.10, decreased to 0.02 in 2018, and continued to decline to 0.01 in 2019. 13. Return on asset. The company return on asset increased significantly from 0.03 in 2017 to 8.80 in 2018. However, in 2019, the return on asset has declined to 5.37. 14. Return on equity. In 2017, the return on equity was 0.04, decreased to 0.01 in 2018. In 2018, the company's ratio rose again to 7.69. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Mhcpb and my number matric is A1980343. Today I would like to present my point, which is a horizontal analysis from Sarawak Plantation Berhad. The first point is the current ratio. This current ratio decreased significantly from 2017 to 2019. The current ratio was decreased from 1.90 times in 2017 to 1.52 times in 2018, and continue decrease in 2019, which is 1.30 times. Next point is the quick ratio. In 2017, the quick ratio was 1.70 times and decreased to 1.41 times in 2018, and in 2019 the quick ratio will going down, which is 1.17 times. Okay, the next point is the net working capital. The net working capital in company Sarawak Plantation Berhad in 2017 is RM76,819,648 ringgit and decreased in 2018, which is RM57,139,838 ringgit. In 2019, the net working capital in Sarawak Plantation Berhad was decreased again, which is RM to 29,825,902 ringgit. And the next point is the inventory turnover. In 2017, inventory turnover in Sarawak Plantation Berhad was 17.76 times and increased to 21.09 times in 2018 and slightly decreased in 2019, which is 22.66 times. Okay, the next point is the average collection period. The average collection period in Sarawak Plantation Berhad in 2017 was 20.47 days and increased in 2018, which is 500.8 days. Meanwhile, in 2019, total asset turnover was decreased to 16.44 days. Okay, the next point is the account receivable turnover. The account receivable turnover was increased significantly from 2017 to 2019. In 2017, account receivable turnover is 17.83 times and increased to 20.70 in 2018. In 2019, the account receivable was increased again, which is 22.19 times. Okay, the next point is the fixed asset turnover. Fixed asset turnover in 2017 from Sarawak Plantation Berhad was 0.57 times and increased in 2018 to 0.45 times. And in 2019, fixed asset turnover increased to 0.49 times. And the next point is the total asset turnover. The total asset turnover in Sarawak Plantation in 2017 is 0.46 times and decreased in 2018, which is 0.36 times. But in 2019, the total asset turnover was increased, which is 0.42 times. Okay, the next point of the horizontal analysis is the debt to equity ratio. Okay, in 2017, debt to equity ratio in Sarawak Plantation Berhad was 0.40 times and will increase in 2018 of 0.60 times. And meanwhile, in 2019, total debt to equity ratio was decreased, which is 0.54 times. The next point is the gross profit margin. Gross profit margin from company Sarawak Plantation Berhad in 2017 is 0.16 times and decreased to 0.10 in 2018. But in 2019, the gross profit margin was slightly increased, which is 0.11 times. Okay, the next point is the operating margin. In 2017, the operating margin is 0.11 times and decreased to 2018, which is 0.06 times. Meanwhile, in 2019, the operating margin from the company Sarawak Plantation Berhad was slightly increased, which is 0.07 times. And the next point is the net profit margin. In Sarawak Plantation Berhad, net profit margin was decreased from 2017 to 2019. In 2017, net profit margin is 6.80 times and decreased to 0.01 times. But in 2019, the net profit margin was increased, which is 3.81 times. The next point is the return on asset. Return on asset in 2017 in company Sarawak Plantation Berhad was 3.11 times, and increase in 2018 is 4.16 times. Meanwhile, in 2019, return on asset was decreased to 1.59 times. And the last point is the return on equity. The return on equity in company Sarawak Plantation Berhad in 2017 is 4.36 times and increase in 2018, which is 6.64 times. But in 2019, the return on equity was going down, which is 2.54 times. Okay, the next point is the vertical analysis. Okay, the first point is the current ratio. The current ratio for Sarawak Plantation BHD in year 2019 is 1.30 times, was greater than company of MHC Plantation Berhad, and MHC Plantation Berhad is lower rather than Sarawak Plantation Berhad, which is 0.87. And the next point is the quick ratio. In quick ratio, the indicates was higher in 2019 is Sarawak Plantation Berhad, which is 1.17 compared to MSC Plantation Berhad, which is 0.64. Okay, the next point is the net working capital. The net working capital for MSC Plantation Berhad suffer a loss, which is negative RM 13,761,874 ringgit, instead of Sarawak Plantation Berhad have the good net working capital, which is RM 29,825,902 ringgit in 2019. Okay, and the next point is the inventory turnover. In inventory turnover, the company Sarawak Plantation Berhad had 22.66 times compared to MHC Plantation Berhad in 2019. MHC Plantation Berhad was lowest than Sarawak Plantation Berhad, which is 10.89 times. Okay, and next point is the average collection period. Okay, the average collection period of MHC Plantation Berhad was the highest, which is 35.74 times compared to Sarawak Plantation Berhad in 2019, which is 16.44 times. And the next point is the account receivable turnover. In 2019, the account receivable turnover of MHC Plantation Berhad was the lowest, which is 10.21 times compared to Sarawak Plantation Berhad. And for Sarawak Plantation Berhad, the account receivable turnover was the higher rather than MHC Plantation Berhad, which is 22.19 times. Okay, the next point is the fixed asset turnover. In MHC Plantation Berhad is the lowest rather than to Sarawak Plantation Berhad. of its asset turnover, which is 0.27, and compared to Sarawak Plantation Berhad, have the highest of its asset turnover, which is 0.29.
Continue. Total asset turnover. Total asset turnover for Sarawak Plantation Berhad is a higher ratio than MSC Plantation Berhad in 2019, which is 0.42 times. MSC Plantation Berhad is the lowest from Sarawak Plantation Berhad in 2019, which is 0.41 times. Debt to equity ratio. The debt to equity ratio of Sarawak Plantation Berhad is higher than MSC Plantation Berhad in 2019, which is 0.54. The ratio of MSC Plantation Berhad is lower than Sarawak Plantation Berhad in 2019, which is 0.43. Gross profit margin. The gross profit margin for Sarawak Plantation Berhad was higher than MSC Plantation Berhad in 2019 at 0.11. The ratio of MSC Plantation Berhad is lower than Sarawak Plantation Berhad in 2019, which is 0.05. Operating profit margin. Sarawak Plantation Berhad operating profit margin is higher than MSC Plantation Berhad in 2019, which is 0.07. The ratio of MSC Plantation Berhad is lower than Sarawak Plantation Berhad in 2019, which is 0.06. Net profit margin. Sarawak Plantation Berhad net profit margin ratio was higher than MSC Plantation Berhad in 2018 at 0.81. The ratio of MSC Plantation Berhad is lower than Sarawak Plantation Berhad in 2019, which is 0.01. Return on asset. MSC Plantation Berhad has a higher return on asset than Sarawak Plantation Berhad in 2018, which is 5.37. Sarawak Plantation Berhad has a lower ratio than MSC Plantation Berhad in 2018 is 1.59. Return on equity. Return on equity for MSC Plantation Berhad is higher than Sarawak Plantation Berhad in 2019, which is 7.69. Sarawak Plantation Berhad is lower than MSC Plantation Berhad in 2019 at 2.45. Thank you.
Next, for recommendation, based on our observation of these two companies, namely Mhcpb and SPB, we have found that both companies are declining in 2019. This indicates companies need to improve in terms of profit of their company. Therefore, this company is that Mhcpb should to take initiative on how to increase the profit of the company. In a way that company should focus on its business strategy. First, company should improve the quality of the product. The second one is company needs to provide high quality product and keeping price close to competitor. If Mhcpb putting a high price, customer will run into competitor. Last but not least, company also needs to identify which strategies are effective, favor and remembered by customer. Therefore, all employees should take action to achieve company goals. Finally, for Sarawak Plantation Berhad, SPB also should to take initiative on how to increase the profitability on companies same like Mhcpb. Sarawak can develop new products to attract more domestic market or customer. So in addition, this company can train the employee unique skill, and from this it is possible that the quality of employee will improve, and indirectly it will have a good effect on the company. In conclusion, our observation is that through two companies, we are favor of Sarawak Plantation Berhad as it is more profitable than Mhcpb.
As the conclusion, we can see that the financial performance of Sarawak Plantation Berhad is much better than MSC Plantation Berhad. Both companies show some decrease in current ratio, but the position of Sarawak Plantation Berhad was still better than MHC Plantation Berhad. Each of the companies have to strengthen their financial position by taking more objective in financial management to the strategic planning, organizing, directing, and controlling of financial undertakings in organizations. That's all from us. Thank you.